Good morning, I love you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having the best day in the world. Oh my God, someone had some goody goodness go down. And is going to have more goody goodness coming all around because we're going to be doing Magic the Gathering all day long. Good morning. Yeah, it's morning somewhere. Let's go ahead and tweet. It is a good day to grind the ladder with the cruelest of standard decks. Excellent. Fantastical. You know, this is something that I learned from my grandmother. May she rest in peace. Love my dear grandmother. She, at the start of every call, because like normally when you call a family member, you're like, how are you? Things are good. How are you? We have nothing in common because we're 60 years apart. But, you know, like, let's just talk vaguely about what it is we did today. Okay, that's great. You good? I'm good. You good? I'm leaving. Okay. I love you. Goodbye. I love you, Sean. Goodbye. Right? That's how that works. You know what my grandma would do? She would begin the call, she'd pick up and go, hello, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, Grandma. How the fuck are you doing? Like, God, it was so great. It's such a good way to, we scoot over. Good way to start a conversation, so. Love that. That's how I start the day with the fam every morning. Good morning, I love you. It's a little family phrase now. We love it. SX Shadow XS gifted 5 stubs. How many? 5 subs using the new day 5 emote. We got new emotes in chat. Hey Shadow, thanks for the sub gifting. Cheers to you. I love you. Oh my God, it's so good. Go ahead and pick the Heinousness as our starting deck today. I think I want to hurt some people today, so this is a good deck to do so. Shadow, thank you very much for that. Cheers to you. And to all who were brought into the chat. Coder, Kunujaru, Dr. Bellagio, Wick, Fall of Kings. Welcome, all of you. Welcome, all of you. You know what? Cheers to me. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to explain the deck that we're going to be running, and then I want to tell you why I specifically am in just a fantastic mood. I have a few items of business. We now have 1 emote for each of the colors. Day white, day blue, day black, day red, day green. Wooberg. And I think they're just absolutely beautiful. We also have the day 5 emote, because 5 is hilarious. Day blue is particularly hilarious with the power hot emotes, yeah. It's so grand. Let's talk a little bit about this deck. This deck seemingly has no win condition. We have Dovin's Acuity as a way to delay the game, gaining life, drawing cards. We have a number of instants to proc the return to hand effect. We have Ops to, again, proc the effect and draw. We have Mission Briefing to find some of the more useful tidbits, and again, proc it. Moment of Craving, proc it. Revitalize, draw it and proc it. And you'll see 4 Mortifies, 4 Moment of Cravings, 3 Kaya's Wrath, 4 Vraska's Contempt. How does this deck ever even win? How does this deck ever even win even? Well, the answer is Mastermind's Acquisition. Choose a card you own from outside the game and put it in the hand. We have a whole bunch of dirty business in this sideboard that is an excellent way in order to re-win. Now, what if we deck ourselves? C'est impossiblement. We have Clear the Mind. We can shuffle our graveyard into our library and start this whole torturous quest over again. Oh my God, look at this. Vwem with another 5 sub-giftings in the chat thanks to the day 5 emote. Oh my God, Jeff Hoglanderoni of Our Lady of Hoglandia has blessed us with your presence. I was watching you do a little Try Hard Tuesday today, and I'm going to, of course, follow in thy footsteps. Not out of deliberateness, but out of incidentalness. Tuesday seems like a good day to try hard. I'm going to do a little heinous laddering. Set as current. Should be up in here. Only 14 cards on the sideboard? No, that's correct. Totally correct. I accidentally... Well, not accidentally. I didn't have one of the cards that is needed in the sideboard. And so what I decided to do is just run a 14-card sideboard. So there it is. Hey, Vwem. Thanks for the 185 giftings. Your daily 5. Yeah, Vwem. Vwem, Vwem, Vwem. Can any of you guess why I'm so excited? Can any of you estimate, postulate? Can any of you estimate, postulate as to why, oh my? see. Let's see, we have a few wrong answers that are interesting. New cat did the farmer's farm. You got it, Garinju. After about 6 to 8 weeks of trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with my damn farmers, Eric found the bug. And it had nothing to do with machine learning at all. It had nothing to do with machine learning. I'll explain it after this game. But my farmers are freaking farming. God, that day green emote is so good. Alright, it's a guild gate. So this means that we will plausibly be up against a deck that is going to be running... Okay, so the Gates deck runs the big Colossi as the threat. The Rams are also a threat. I think the important thing for me is that I want to be... Do I want another opt? I think I actually don't. Gate Colossus, Gatebreaker Rams are the big threats in this deck. So I want to save my Vraska's Contempts for those Gatebreaker Colossi. That's going to be the big thing I'm thinking. This could be one that also employs Expansion Explosion, which could be a little bit of a pickle. If there's Wilderness Reclamations, we will obviously blow them up with our... Oops, this one. With our Mortifies. Mission Briefings are probably going to need to be used to recur Vraska's Contempt and to recur Mortify, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh my gosh, look at the emote spam in chat. This is so good. Yeah, we have the... Day White is a happy sun. Day Blue is a panicked... stressed out, absolutely strung out. Blue Water Drop. Red is a very angry little red drop Rui. I want to do this main phase. I think I do. Get this out of the way. The black is just an absolutely dead-ass skull. Don't need that. We want the Mortifies, more like. Put this away. We have the green for the PogChamp-esque expression. Yeah, the tree is just sort of like, ah. Is this some Esper Control? This is a deck that BBD constructed. It is known as the Heinous Anus. I didn't name it. 1, 2, 3, not it. I suppose it's also fine to Vraska's Contempt here. We have the mission briefing to recur. So really, it's just that small amount of threats we need to deal with. The Archway Angels, whatever they're called. The ones, the 6 mana heal a whole bunch. Those are not a particularly large threat, because we'll just heal through the damage. It's really the Gatebreaker Rams, and especially the Gatebreaker Colossi, that I want to worry about. These are both fantastic. I'm going to use the Vraska's Contempt here to just nuke the Gate Colossus. Really nice to have the mission briefings in here, because infrequently we'll need multiple instances of some of the singular copies we have. Very cleverly constructed deck that does nothing but exhaust and drain the happiness out of opponents around the world. So Wilderness Reclamation we're slightly scared of. Looks like our Dovin's Acuities are going to go to town. Woo! How many times have I gotten slow played in response with this deck? Dr. S1N, I never even notice if I'm being slow played. Alright, so Bjarnan is going to be drawing like crazy with all these gates out. And so I think that we're on the exhaustion plan right now. Where Bjarnan, if I recall, has 7 significant threats. 7 significant threats. 3 Gate Colossus, 3 or 4 Gatebreaker Rams. It might be 3 and 3. And to a much lesser extent, those angelic, angely ladies. Kaya's Wrath is going to be very good against Bjarnan. The one slight woeful concern that I have... one slight woeful concern I have is... I really only have the one Vraska's Contempt. I guess I have the second one. Should be fine. Seems good. I'm also concerned about the possibility of a Wilderness Reclamation into massive expansion explosion. Andron says, I'm so excited to use the Day Red and other MTG emotes and other MTG streams. Yeah, yeah! Oh my god, I forgot about Crazy Boys. Well, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? So let's do some counting. We see 4 mana here. And then I think that's 3 and 3, so this is 10. And that's 16 mana. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 and 13 is 25, so I think we're more than okay to do nothing in this game. Or excuse me, do nothing in this turn, forgive me. $19 cards left. Okay, so, I mean, we're doing mostly good. If we take 25 damage right now, we'll be at 10, which is more than enough. Wilderness Reclamation is the one I'm really concerned about. But I don't think Bjarnan has enough space in the deck for Wilderness Reclamation. I mean, Gates Ablaze and Gatebreaker Rams, and we've already seen a Gatebreaker Colossus. Or not Gatebreaker Colossus, a Gate Colossus. So, I mean, I just very simply don't think that there's even space. I mean, I think I just go for the Recurred Kaya. I think we're actually on the exhaustion plan in this game. I think we're on the exhaustion plan. I think losing the Kaya's Wrath by sending it to exile is okay here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is 4. Take that action. I'm gonna go ahead and decline these other 2. Don't need that many card draws. This thing's gonna come back. I don't need those. And we would love a Kaya's. Yes, thank you. Let's go ahead and play the Kaya's Wrath. That seems pretty good. I don't think Bjarnan runs any counter spells. And if there are, then we do have the ability to... Oh, nice. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to me. Oh, thing of beauty. So this guy's coming back for sure. Expansion to heal for 2. Yeah, how did this even work? Due to the number of creatures you control that were destroyed this way. Yeah, no, that does seem like a waste. Because expansion to my face seems pretty powerful. And I think that this deck runs 2 or 3 expansions. I can't really remember which. Looks like... Perfect. Perfect. 2 for 1. Feeling fun. Okay, so the first things first, we're actually going to do this to gain some life. And I'm actually just going to invite all of these back to the hand. There we go. You guys starting to see the source of the name of this deck? It's a really cool, evil kind of deck. Okay. 9 more cards in Bjarnen's deck. We have 28. Still could lose, but we have a lot of health, and it feels nice. There it is. There it is. I can get that one later. Whereas Hoagland needs to talk about this deck. Hoagland would unfortunately give me good advice that would help me become a better Magic player, running more reasonable decks that are more proactive. But no, we're going to continue to run this one because we're day 9. Alright, let me explain to you what was happening. With my farmers, let me see if I can do this in as short as humanly possible. So I've been doing a whole bunch of machine learning experiments because I think machine learning is really cool. I think there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it. And right now there's a whole lot of learning. How the hell does this shit even work? How do neural networks even fucking work? Because basically I give a little game entity, in this case a farmer, I give him some actions such as walk to a location, plant a crop, water a crop, harvest a crop. I give him a set of actions. And then you give the farmer some rewards. You get 1 point if you harvest a ripened crop. And that's it. And then the machine learning part is that the simulation does actions, fishes for when rewards happen, and begins to tune a brain for the farmer to be such that it uses move, plant, water, and harvest to successfully harvest those motherfucking crops. Urgh. A little bit about how the crappies work. These crappies, you need to water them not too much or else they die. Not too little or else they die. You need to water them just right, okay? Well, just the right amount. Now, I've done machine learning experiments. They're really simple in the past, such as just having a bunch of cows learn to move into a circle. They start at random locations, look around themselves, find the circle, and walk into there. You may have seen that in my end-of-year thing. But this idea of the crops, there's some steps in there where you have to water it, wait a little bit, water it again, wait a little bit, water it, and then you can harvest it, baby. Yeah! So for the past 6 to 8 weeks, the experiments have just not been freaking working. And there's a lot of reasons this can happen, right? There's really simple ones, like you accidentally forgot to make sure it got a point when it harvested a crop, something like that. Like you'll screw up sometimes like that, like really basic ways, like, oops, I forgot to allow it to see crops, so there's no way it would know to go to the crops. But all the information was getting input correctly, the rewards were being input correctly, like everything's being done correctly. We just couldn't figure out what the hell was going wrong. This is what my dear man, Eric, who also helps around Day 9 TV with me, Eric printed off a debug log for every single frame of the game of what the velocity and the position of our little farmer was. And what Eric discovered, actually, it wasn't just the position, it was like every piece of data. It's like tens of thousands of lines of just debug shit. And Eric determined that some of the built-in navigation stuff for Unity, which is the engine we're using, some of the built-in navigation stuff doesn't work at high speeds. Now, why would you ever run a navigation at high speed? You wouldn't. Like, everything in a game runs at 1x speed. And when I mean navigation, it's a really common property in a game to have some sort of pathfinding, some sort of navigation in there, like, oh, I want to move to that location. So you click there, and your little character walks and makes sure it doesn't, like, walk through walls and shit like that. So Unity has a built-in thing called the NavMesh and NavMesh agent setup to just kind of handle this so that we can get back to making your damn game. It works wonderfully at 1x speed. When you're doing machine learning, you run at 100x speed. Because, like, I'm trying to train a damn farmer. I'm trying to get it to move around. And essentially, Eric was detecting teleportation was happening, units not moving for long periods of time, and then teleporting, units sometimes not moving at all. So there's a lot of shit going unpredictably. How does this relate to the farmer? Basically, our farmer, who could move around, plant crops, water them, harvest them, our farmers basically were unable to consistently use movement to get back to the crop to harvest it. And now we might ask the question, why didn't it just plant, water, wait around, water, wait around, water and harvest? Why didn't it wait? Because we didn't provide it with a wait action. And some of you may have heard that I was doing what's called breadcrumbing, where the real thing I want the farmers to do is to harvest the crop. So I give it little teensy rewards for watering to give it little breadcrumbs over to harvesting, right? So with the breadcrumbing, when we set that up, the farmer learned to plant, water it for a fraction of a point, water it again to kill it, plant another crop at its feet, water it for a fraction of a point, water it again to kill it, and do this on loop. Why wasn't it using those breadcrumbs to get to the harvesting? Because again, it didn't learn, or the movement was behaving unpredictably, so the brain couldn't learn anything with it. So this whole technique of water and kill didn't require any movement. Didn't require any movement. Huh. So this sort of explains why my farmers would learn themselves into what it seemed like it was half learning, but not learning all the way. So we've been spending like weeks just like trying to run into all these like fucking deep machine learning techniques and what are problems going on with setting up of the architecture and the hidden layers. Should I use a curiosity? Should we adjust the beta of the back propagation algorithm? All this shit that I'm like trying to shove into my head, testing them. Same results, same results, same results. And then it just turns out that the basic implementation of movement has a corner case problem with 100x speed simulations, which almost nobody would ever need to do in a game anyways. So it makes total sense as to why that bug exists in the Unity's built-in navigation code. And by the way, I want to be clear, I'm not knocking Unity's navigation code, because it's so good. I have used it with all sorts of stuff, and I adore their built-in navigation stuff. It's super great. Just, it's like this weird corner case thing. What? What is Spoon? I hope Spoon is, I mean, as was identified yesterday, treasure maps are jank glue. If you have some terrible-ass idea for a deck, you use a treasure map to help assemble that thing together. So I ran a simulation overnight with the following kind of hardcore problem for our good old farmy boy. Kind of a hardcore problem. I said hardcore. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. I gave my farmers kind of a hardcore problem. They had to learn to water. They could plant crops, water crops, harvest crops, and wait. I disabled movement entirely, so they just have plant, water, harvest, wait. And the farmer had to learn to plant, water, wait for like 15 seconds, then water again, wait for like 15 seconds, water again, wait for 15 seconds, water again. I had to do 4 rounds of watering before harvest, and there was no breadcrumbing. None whatsoever. This was a farmer learning this all of his own devices. And it learned it. Anira says, does the farmer know up front the reward of all the actions? That's not how machine learning works. And by that, I mean that it actually hurts my brain sometimes when I try to like think through and process this stuff. Or at least it did for a while. The neural network only receives inputs between -1 and 1, churns out outputs between -1 and 1, and whenever it receives a positive reward, it doesn't know why, it doesn't know what corresponded to what, it just slowly intuits the relationship between these things. Well, that's going to put a damper in our lives, but the good news is that our opponent is white-red, so there's not a lot of counters. So I think that the correct thing to do is to Mastermind's Acquisition. I actually know what I want to do. Oniris is not sure I got that. Yeah, I'm sorry if this isn't the most clear, because I still need to work on my ability to explain this stuff. The short answer is, does the farmer know about the rewards up front? The answer is not really. However, that's not exactly how it works anyways. The reason being that so the machine builds a statistical correlation between actions and rewards. Not quite, but almost, because the human being, say these observations, like what's the position of the crop, what's this, I'm going to turn these into a set of small numbers, and I hand to the neural network this set of small numbers. The neural network poops out again another small set of numbers that I, the programmer, choose to interpret in some way. As in, the first number it gives me is going to be whether or not to do action 1. The second number it gives me is going to be whether or not to do action 2, right? I choose this interpretation of how I'm going to be using these. And the neural network, it doesn't know what actions are. It doesn't know what outcomes are happening. It doesn't know anything at all. It just knows some numbers come in, some numbers come out, and occasionally I give it rewards, and it begins to intuit the relationship between the rewards, the input numbers, and the output numbers. It doesn't have any concept of what an action is or anything like that. Alright, so we've slowed down the card draw, which is good. If that makes sense. Am I making sense? And please feel free to tell me no, not at all. Because again, I'm trying to practice and work on my ability to explain this garbage. Comrade Evie says, it makes sense to me, but I do this for a living. Alright, so, I mean, I'm not worried about Lyra at all, huh? Is this our deck from yesterday? Uh-oh. Yeah. Killark says, how easy is it to jump into using Unity? I've been messing around with Java and processing, but wouldn't mind trying something new. I think Unity is really nice. I will strongly encourage you to just follow along with the tutorial. You must follow along with the tutorial, because do I want a Mastermind's Acquisition? I think I actually do, because I would really love to continue to draw. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to mission briefing. We're going to take this action. That's a very good one. We don't need that one. And I'm going to use the Mastermind's Acquisition, I think. Or I could opt. Yeah, I think I'm going to Mastermind's Acquisition here in order to get clear the mines. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a long-ass game. And we're going to Dovin's Acuity again. Because we have another instant that we can just auto-proc away. Like, when you first start playing Magic, it's unclear to you what the hell to ignore. There's a bunch of cards, and there's a bunch of different colors, and there's so much shit. What am I supposed to do? And I mean, frankly, the answer is, oh, dude, just don't even worry about it. Just ignore that shit, man. It's like not a big deal. It's fine. Unity's sort of that same way, where there's like physics and the animator and how audio works and the profiler, and there's so many menus and widgets and all this shit. That if you follow along with the tutorial, you'll learn really, really quickly, like, oh, it's really game objects and components. And that's about it. Huh, okay, cool. And so I, like, superlatively strongly recommend sifting in that regard. This deck looks eerily similar to the deck that we built yesterday.
You may regret that choice.
Here, I have a Deafening Clarion, my dude. LeftX says, when you say the tutorial, do you mean anything special? I didn't mean to say the tutorial. A tutorial. Use a tutorial. And I don't say a, I say use a tutorial. Good. Oh my god. It's our Thud deck. Get the hell out of here. We're actually against the Thud deck. Let me think here for a second. Okay, I think I know what to do. We're going to go outside the game here, and we're actually going to get the Immortal Sun. And then for our... So we have one Mastermind's Acquisition in exile, so we'll need the second Mastermind's Acquisition to be a Clear the Mines. We get the Immortal Sun because the way that we'll win this is with card advantage. Dovin's Acuity is one tool, but the Immortal Sun shuts down one of the big threats with it, which is Karn. It lets us also draw cards, and our opponent, I believe, is only running 2, possibly 3 Cleansing Novas, and one's already been used. So we're just going to get some insane value here. Plus, technically, by deleting Evra, we would eliminate the Evra threat, but we don't have a good way to deal with Karn immediately. And this, it just helps us such a huge shitload. I feel like Ethereal Absolution turns off both Karn and this enchantment as win conditions. Can you explain that, Thaviel? Because I think I just don't. I think I don't get it. Plain and simple. Ooh, that's a good one to have. Oh, to deal with these fuckers? Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Alright, well, I mean, it's still our main phase. Let's just go ahead and do this now, yeah. For some reason, I thought you were talking about Karn tokens, and I didn't understand. But yeah, killing these tokens makes a ton of sense, Thaviel, yeah. The Karn tokens would survive, because if there's artifacts out, they'd be like 2/2s, you know. Kills Karn token because he can't build up. Only if the opponent doesn't have any artifacts. But the artifact would be able to get... but like if the opponent had an artifact out, such as a treasure map, etc. This is a fantastic hand. In those sorts of circumstances. You know, the first one would be summoned as a 2/2 and then get deleted. Ooh, that's a great one to have. This is a useful skill to have. So this is why we run the Dovin's Acuities and the Revitalizes and all the life gain stuff. Lucid Acuity says, about the problem with simulation speed in Unity, have you tried explicitly making the engine calculate the scene on each frame? That's the only problem with generating train data. Blender managed to do it via explicit redrawing of the scene. Short answer is yeah. Short answer is yeah. Longer answer is yeah, like what the fuck? I don't have source code access to the navigation stuff. I think I don't believe I do. Maybe I do, and I'm just totally wrong. But I don't think that I do have that root access or source code access. So my assumption is that the way their navigation works, there could be some things that are getting computed outside of the physics time step. Could be causing some issues. It's unclear to me. It's unclear to me. Skewer the day 9s. So I'm thinking that if we're either going to Vraskas or Mortify, one of the two. It hurts a little bit, but not the most. Generally decking. Astro Game says, why is it possible to overload the physics engine to speeds where navigation is non-functional? I don't know if this navigation explicitly uses... Oh, you missed some damage. I don't know if it even uses... Oh yeah, we're dead. Oh my god, we very, very died. I don't think there's a single way to live. Nice. I have no idea if it uses physics or if it uses some other methodology. I have no idea. I mean, I'll just custom whip up some really simple baby navigation. Bit unfortunate on the draw, but not a big deal. By the way, Wizards, literally, when I was at the... Ooh, fuck! I'll keep it. I think this is a keep. Is it a keep? Really feels like it. When I was at the event for Toy Fair for Wizards of the Coast, they had one of the admins for, you know, MTGA, one of the people who works on it, there to make sure that the private server was running properly, to have all the permissions set up, all the decks set up and stuff like that. And I mentioned that on a lot of games, they don't permit square brackets, so I just do DAYNINE. And he says, well, since I'm here, I could change it to DAY bracket 9 N bracket. Like, if you want, I could do that. And I'm like, could you? That'd be great. He's like, sure. Type something for like 8 seconds and is like, there you go. And now I actually have brackets. I have not had brackets in my name for so long. I never thought you learned how to keep 2 lantern hands in your episode of Spell Slingers. Brycon says, are you the only bracket guy on all of Twitch? Could be. Could be. Ooh, that kind of sucks. We've had the opportunity to kill this a few times if we had just drawn the proper land. And we whipper biffer differoo. Ah! Sneep! Sneep! Alright, let's see if we can get there. I think I actually need an untapped land. That's pretty, I mean, that's pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Pretty bad. It was a little unfortunate, but, you know, what are you going to do? Is it a good day to die? Sure is looking like it. Isn't that sad? We're going to be doing this for a little bit because this deck is so funny. I think I need to be more aggressive with my mulliganing on this one. I mean, keeping 2 landers is pretty fine, especially when you have card draw. This, I think, is actually a reasonable keep because we're on the play. Oops, I meant to play that untapped. And we're going to be able to play opt. Let's go ahead and run this now, see if we can get a black land. Perfect. We should absolutely dominate in this matchup, like, horrifically. This is the one that I just want to get out of here. I really hope our opponent sacrifices the Dauntless Bodyguard. Damn. Toymos asks if I listen to music while I play. Or while I code. I typically can't. I find that really, really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Depends a hell of a lot on what music I'd be listening to. Oh yeah, I think I actually should dig. We have a few turns to go. Legion's Landing hurts some, but we can get a Lyra. Has Donna played any token decks? Asks Sassy as Squatch. Yeah, I actually did half my initial climb to Mythic with Selesnya tokens. Okay. See, I like Stardew Valley. Listening to Stardew Valley while I code is really great. Most of the time I listen to Rain. Not the band rain, the physical sounds of rain. I focus really well when there's, like, just white noise. I also talk to myself a shitload. I love talking to myself, man. Talking to myself is the best. It is the best ever. I mean, this puts a damper on my life. Do I mission briefing for an opt here? I'll wait a turn. This guy's hard to kill. Oh, no. No. That was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Should have minus... Ninja Goldfish, the streaming is just talking to yourself and other people just happen to be there. Yeah, I find that, like, with streaming, it's like, it's this thing to focus on. Like, what I'm doing with my voice and stuff like that. Alright, so now we're going to have to mission briefing for... Well, I'll get the Moment of Craving. It's actually quite good. I'll just go ahead and do this and then pick off this puppy. Conclave Tribunaling this Dovin's Acuity is pretty nice. Perfect. Perfect, we did it. We did it. Let's go ahead and exile that. Alright, nice. 2 for 1. And then the shock sets in. Alright, that's how we do this. That's how we win this game. We have 14 cards in the sideboard. I believe our opponent also, in the Panicked Agony, forgot to use the Adante the First Fort. Yeah. This now that that's done main phase, this will give me the opportunity to... Well, okay, so how do I actually want to do this? Okay, so, I mean, I'll probably do this. I think we just go for the Mastermind's acquisition. We go for Mastermind's acquisition, and we just pick up this Ethereal Absolution, which should pretty much close the game out. Because this means that no 1/1s will ever do anything to me that's bad ever again. So this says, Sean, any thoughts on the new Dota 2 hero? I haven't played it, but tomorrow we're gonna spam it! Mastermind's acquisition. I would like to acquire a broken card, please. There's a new Dota hero. You know it, Flubdy. His name's Mars. Here's his ability. He can, like, throw a spear, and if the first target it hits, it skewers, and it knocks them back, and if it hits a tree, they go, and they're skewered on the tree, and they're stunned, and you can shit on them. The second ability is a big shield bash. Ah! Where you just do an arc of AoE stuff, you know? Arc AoE damage. Ah! AoE damage, I don't believe. Ah, just a small area in front of him. The passive of Mars is that he has a shield, so he takes reduced damage if he's being hit in the front. So he, bam, 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 taking reduced damage. He doesn't take reduced damage from the back, period. He doesn't take damage from the back, period. He doesn't take damage from the back, period. I'm saying that incorrectly. He doesn't take reduced damage from behind. He does not take reduced damage from behind. Our opponent has yet again made it a mistakey. Reduce physical right-click damage, that's right. And the ultimate is it spawns an arena out of the ground that creates impassable terrain. Impassable terrain, yep. And if you try to run out of the arena, little guys poke you back in. Sounds like Braum from League. Well, let's be honest. The abilities in Dota 2 are just absolutely insane compared to a lot of the abilities in League. Because in League, my understanding is that you're supposed to cast one ability like 8 times, and it's about consistently landing those 8 hits and how they sort of spike up. Whereas, like, if you're Sven in Dota 2, you get 2 stuns in the first 10 minutes of the game. You cast 1 stun, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm out of mana. And I think that that's part of the reason why Dota 2 abilities feel insane. Oh, no! No! Pal Day 9 just screwed the pooch. Alright, cool. In the end, it doesn't even matter. So this is why I think Dota 2 abilities feel insane compared to League of Legends, because in League of Legends you're not supposed to have one insane-ass ability, period. Auto-tapper? No, I just literally didn't have the mana for it. I had 3 mana, but I did not have 3 blue mana, so that's why I screwed the pooch. If there were only 14 cards in the sideboard of this deck, I didn't have the 15th. All the more reason to play Dota Auto Chess. I'm not that big a fan of Dota Auto Chess. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's alright. I think it's okay. I think it is okay. I'd be really curious of someone's continuous gameplay over the course of, say, many moons. Someone who's played the game for like 6 months, if they still keep finding it interesting and entertaining. See you later, alligator. Alright. Which one do I want out? I want the second blue source. We don't have any counter spells, but, you know, why not? Hey, Nine, I'm mostly understanding why you chose to play Dota over LoL. I would like to know how much League you have played. I didn't choose Dota over LoL. I totally didn't. The thought process was, one of my friends said, hey, you want to come play some Dota? And I went, okay. And I started to play Dota. And that's actually it. That is the 100% tried and true reasoning behind all that shit. So I play this, and then I can mission briefing. I just really have not played very much LoL. Day 9 does it again. He's so sick. Why revitalize on your own turn here? I don't think we did a revitalize on our own turn. Which one are you referring to, Thaviel? What do I want out of a Mastermind's acquisition? I think we want the Immortal Sun. That seems like a really good card. Choose a card you own from outside the game. Seems pretty good. Oh, I'm mistaken. Great, that makes way more sense. Yeah, I mean, it may have just been a weird labely thingy. I mean, if you feel like you need Vivian Reed, no, I get it. I get it. A lot of people have a lot of different needs as people. Brrr. Excuse me. Typically, these decks don't run Assassin's Trophies. They typically run blue with a hostage taker to be able to deal with these. Since I saw no blue mana, I was willing to take the risk. Because I'm a brave boy who does brave things with his brave brain. Brave! I don't need life. The Immortal Sun is such a dope card. This might be my favorite Magic the Gathering card. Merfolk Browalker. Foind and Foinoloty. I'll plausibly mortify something. I don't know. I don't really need to mortify anything. Yeah, I mean, seems fine. I kept the double mission briefing up, just in case there's some weirdness that I need to get multiple of these. And because my health just does not really matter terrifically much. I'm going to go ahead and find. Show me a Mastermind's acquisition. No, no. How's your neck? I'm just keep tilting your head. It's just feeling tight, so I'm just kind of like moving my little... Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and move my head around a little bit, you know. Just making sure everything's okay. I have completely forgotten why I'm getting this card. Oh, right. Kai's Wrath. Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath, Kai's Wrath. Kai's Wrath, Wrath. Great. Kai's Wrath feels so great. Who do we appreciate? Kaya and her Wrath. Oh my god, excellent. Yeah, I was doing some... I mean, that's just... I'm just gonna do this. Get out of here. If you destroy the creature, there's no ability for the opponent to resolve the fungal infection. So notice that this second fungal infection, it completely fizzles, so no 1/1 gets created. What's win condition of this deck? Just fatigue. Straight fatigue. Yeah, no, I was doing some heavy lifting, heavy box moving, throwing big piles of crap away, and I just hurt my little necky wecky. Cast down! You're not going to need one of those against this deck. Whoosh, whoosh. You know, let's get another land out there, and let's go Gari find broke. I don't know, nothing. Why is our opponent making 1/1s? It's actually a very intelligent play. Let's go ahead and Kai's Wrath first for a little bit. Dovins. I think we're good. J'ai de l'air rangé. I mean, Illblood 91's basically dead. Well, that's actually pretty good. Pretty good against us. I mean, the unfortunate news for Illblood is that we have the Dovins, so we're fine. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh my, that's such a good one. Oh gosh, oh wow, oh jeez. Go ahead and do this. Boop. Take that action. So we have one Mastermind's acquisition in the owner's hand, so we'll probably need to clear the mines for both of the other ones. Can we instant speed kill the Brontodon? Unfortunately not. Well, obviously not. How do you know? Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what we want. Welcome, Vivian.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
No, Vivian Reed, no! Oh! I don't have a Vraska's Contempt here, yeah. It's just so fucking sad. I'm going to use both of these. I'm going to use this one, because they cost 1. Let's go ahead. Oh, no! It can't be.
The wilds are my shield.
So we got to be real diligent about Mastermind's acquisitioning a pair of cleared mines, right? So we do this. We clear the mine. We don't care about the board anymore. We just can't lose. We are literally in an unlosable position. I'm gonna go ahead and sorcery to just shuffle all this right back in. This player would love some of this. That is just a funny moment in life, isn't it? Is there a way I can get this back into the hand? I can lose one Dovin. How much mana we have? Yeah, I mean, we have the Kaya's Wrath, we have the Vraska's... Actually, I just could have put... I have a Vraska's Contempt. I'm a dumbass, man. That's fine, you know. Tracker's broken. Yeah, are both deck trackers broken? You should be getting 2 deck trackers. There should be Stream Decker up in the corner. Should be working A-okay. Perfect. Literally Vraska's Contempt right there. And what about the hover your little mouse hand over? Both work for me? Okay, great. Vraska's under your shoulder. Day 9, your shoulders are enormous. So this is just a power play, what we're doing here, huh?
Not bad for a mouse.
So we can just take 10 damage here and force our opponent to build up the board a bit much. This seems pretty good. Hover's not working. Hover's not working. Who does have hovering working, where when you hover over these cards, it shows a little thing? Hover's working for a lot of people. Okay, great. Well, Kyle Day 9 did the infamous do nothing. Thanks, everyone. Oh my god, look at that. Look at the flood. God, everyone, yes! Give me your favorite magic emote. Give me your favorite one. We're going to permit a brief period of some excessive emotiness. Oh my god, yeah, be careful with the long chains emote. Sometimes Nightbot's like, no, very bad. Oh my gosh, wow, there's a good distribution. Fabio loves the happy white sun. Yes. I cannot believe the quality of those emote. Hello. When you put these up yesterday, but they only seem to have done something today. I can play 2 of these. I don't give a damn. Boop. I mean, our opponent could, in theory, go Brontodon, Suicide, Memorial, Brontodon, Suicide. Fludgy Applehand says, is that like a massive ego boost for you, Day 9? All these people watching like a film star with an emoji carpet. I love the film star with an emoji carpet statement. That just feels grand. But my ego is pretty dissociated from viewer numbers, as I think any healthy streamer should have. You should focus on enjoying the content you make and being proud of the content that you make. That's what you should focus on, because that's something I have control over. I don't have as much control over the viewership in a direct way. And it's also very, very critical to kind of separate the... I mean, I could do this now and force a kill, but Yeah, there's just a... Oh, look! Oh, look at this! Illblood's gonna let me get him back. Great. Perfect. Yeah, it's a tragic thing if you become too obsessed with your numbers. Because they're always gonna go down. They're always gonna go up. They're always gonna do all sorts of shit. Like, I mean, when I first started off, you know, when I was like, okay, I really gotta make this succeed as a business, really gotta work, I gotta make sure things are going well, you know, like, finals would roll around, and it would not occur to me that it was finals season. And viewership would plummet, because people are studying for their exams. There's a lot of college students that watch Twitch. And I'd be like, oh my god, shit! Oh my god! It's over! It's over! Is it me? Is it that I suck? Oh god, oh, it must be me. It's kind of an exaggeration, but like, you do get that like, uh-oh. You know, you kind of get one of those feelings. Like, oh. Huh. Well, let's keep an eye on this. Discard 2 cards. I mean, if there's one thing StarCraft taught me, it's to be very careful with where you place your ego. If you think, I'm a great Zerg, you're just going to meet someone that kicks the shit out of you, and you're like, oh, okay. So it's sort of the same thing with streaming. One must be rather careful in which eggs one's baskets be placed. Let's count. 4 and 4 and 2 is 10, and this is 14. So if I play 6, then I'll be down to 8, and then if I do 2 and 2, perfect. But, yeah, no, I know too many young streamers. And I don't mean young age-wise. I mean young in terms of they've only been doing it for, like, 2 years. Who just get like, fuck, what do I do if my... Oh, yeah, welcome back. What do I do if my stream is just XYZ and it's not good? And, like, how do... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. And it's like, dude, just keep grinding on the content. And make sure you're budgeting your salary is, like, 1/3 of what you're making monthly, tops. So you don't drive yourself insane. So yeah, no, I mean, I really enjoy the human aspect of streaming. Like, I really enjoy playing this game and kind of focusing on playing the game. Like, I'm not playing and, like, checking my phone and, like, watching someone else. I'm, like, really playing this game, talking about the game. Everyone's here, and because Twitch chat is, like, here's my username and here's my phrase, it feels very, like, a mix of one-to-one. I feel like I can talk to a person. Talk to a group. Like, I enjoy that. You know. But, yeah. You gotta be careful where you place that ego. Welcome back, Vivian. Welcome back. It's good to see a planeswalker that can't do anything.
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
So, the card that we're looking for is Mastermind's Acquisition 2. It's literally right there. Oh! I'm just going to decline. There you are. And then we're going to Mastermind's Acquisition for Clear the Mind. Great, so now we have 2 Clear the Minds in the deck, so we will never be able to deck ourselves. And now Illblood, I think, is going to hate life mostly. You thought Nexus of Fate was a shit thing to play against. Let's go ahead and pay that life. We didn't have to pay the life, but I like to just, you know, insert a little dominance. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead and opt here because it's not like it matters. Ethereal Absolution looks like a pretty good play. Welcome, Dovin. I think this deck gets pretty much stomped in best of 3. I think this is where we see the concession. Like we're just going insane on value. Yeah. What sideboard in best 3 blows us out? Like counters, counter spells, and I'm like, oh. Boy, it takes a long time to win with this deck, but I sure enjoy it. You want to clear the mind in this deck? The sideboard runs too. Your pal Day 9 doesn't run any in the main deck. Ah, the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do is to clear the minds. That's a good song. Who here knows the artist Ta-Q? T-A-Q. Oops, should play the Glacial Fortress first. My bad. This deck is almost worse than Nexus's Rob. Yeah, my opponent gets to interact. I don't know. Show me what you want out. Ooh, Ninmuffin asks a fascinating question. Says, have you watched the Astroneer documentary by NoClip? I have not, but I hear it's amazing. I hear it's quite good. Alright, we're up against a Grixis Control. So, my understanding of the Grixis decks is that they're a little light on the disco. And are much more all about... much more all about the nickel bolus. You watch Umbrella Academy? I gotta get back to that, Dredge for Life. I got about 4 or 5 episodes in. It's quite good. It's quite good. And I hear that like episode 6 or episode 7 is just freaking spectacular. So I'm excited about that one. Been watching my Korean dramas. Watching Romance is a Bonus book on Netflix. And episode 1 is like way heavier than a usual Korean drama. Korean dramas are kind of like light watching, light reading. This one was just, it was savage. It was brutal. But coming back to the original question about have I seen the NoClip documentary, I haven't seen it. And Astroneer is one of those games that I feel like it's only 15 to 20 hours of content, but it's a marvelous 15 to 20 hours of content. Like, just marvelous. I think that there's 2 issues that I traditionally have with, I should say 3 issues I traditionally have with, like, survivally crafty, get the wood together and make wood bars and build a house out of it. And yes, wood bars, okay? They're iron bars, they're wood bars. You take the resource, you turn it into a bar. Gold becomes gold bars, iron becomes iron bar, wood becomes wood bars. And I suppose that if you have any rees, you can make rebar. So there's 3 problems I have with the survivally crafty thing. 1, not enough structure to guide me. I feel like the original unmodded, straight up basic Minecraft, a little too free for my wee brain. Fuck is this deck? A little too free. A little too free, huh? A little too free. There's just no direction. You're supposed to figure out your own direction. Choose your own goal. Work towards that, and then uncover some obstacles along the way. I need more guidance. Stardew Valley, I feel like, had a very good amount of guidance for me. Oh, it's me, the Eldest Reborn. Whatever will I discard? Literally nothing, my friend. Shit. So that's the first problem I have. Not enough structure. Second problem I have is not... I think I actually am doing this right now. Because I want to make sure that there's no... Oh. And I think you know what we're getting. Actually, not sure what we're getting. I think I want to get the Immortal Sun. Anyways, second issue I have is that a lot of these crafty buildy kinds of games don't have a lot of content after a period of time. I think that the Astroneer kind of falls into that category. Again, like when I played it, 20 marvelous hours. And then I'm like, I did it. I got the stuff. I got it. It's nice. Neza fucking Hall Primal Tide, huh? I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with that. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky pickle. We can figure out how to deal with a lot of picklitude. Neza Hall Primal Tide is a sweet-ass card. So that's the second issue I kind of have with some of these survivally crafted games. It's just like not enough content. Not enough content. You know, there's some puzzles and you just sort of run out of stuff to do. Lack of structure to help guide me along. Not enough content. And the other one is sort of the extreme other end of the second problem, which is there's literally so much shit to do that's like going on, where like stuff's happening that I'm like, what I can't do it all. Are you insane? I get sort of overwhelmed. It's almost as though someone handed me Maya and was like, just dilly around, you know, like sort of connected to the first two actually, not just the second one. How do I do this? Shit, we're one card off, huh? We will die then. Wrath. Contempt prevents him from keeping Nazahul. It does not, unfortunately. So our opponent already has 11 on the board, so I need to be able to perform a kill. So I'm going to have to do... He doesn't have 6 to discard. Remember, this says whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. So our opponent has 5 cards. If we cast 2 spells, I'll play our opponent 7 cards. Ones that we disco. So then I mortify this. Oops. Oops, fuck. Oh, shit. Shit. We can work with this. We can work with this. Bulls is already dying. Yeah, what the fuck? Why did I not do that? What the fuck? Sorry, my brain was malfunctioning. I was like preparing to keep up stuff for the counter, and the counter just didn't happen, so I just should have let it resolve. For some reason, I literally completely neglected the fact that Nicol Bolas would die. I was just like, well, of course he's gonna have to play it, like keep it alive. So I'm like trying to consider this possibility that's like literally not happening. Alright. We provided our opponent some cards. So this is the order we have to go in. Uh-huh. Get out of here. So hopefully, Denwat discos 3. Yeah, this is still fine. This is a pretty important one to get rid of. Alright, 3 lands, go. Yep. Jack Reese says, would it not have been better to cast Vraska's at his turn so he could not have attacked with it on his turn? We had to kill the Nicol Bolas, and the Kaya's Wrath is sorcery speed. So we had to do that whole sequence on our own turn. Unless you're trying to talk about this particular turn. Because what I'm trying to do on this particular turn is get all this shit down. Recall that all of these things that I actually want to cast provides our opponents with many extra card draw, because each of these is a non-creature spell. So that's part of the reason why I'm Vraska-ing on at this moment, so that way I'm minimizing the amount of cards that are drawn. So that's why on this particular turn we're not waiting until that other one. No! I misclicked! I was trying to click on this one. Shit. Woo! Okay, that may have just lost us this game. I mean, actually, probably... Nezahal Primal Tide probably has a stronger claim to being the reason we lost the game. Probably does. Probably does. Let's just go ahead and pay the 2 life. Heading in there. Alright, let's do this shit. Whew! Nezahal Primal Tide. Hurting us hard. Boom. Boom. Moral of the story. Ego Nezahal. I have to know it's in the opponent's deck first, unfortunately. That's what I should do. Anytime I see blue, I just like instantly just blurt out like Nezahal, Primal Tide. Try to get rid of it. I do have a tap land out. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Huh. Do your cats have bad breath? If so, how do you deal with it when they get all cuddly? My cats have great breath. I love the breath of my cat. It's really the poopy smell of the cat. Sometimes my cat just takes a real rank foul dump and then is like, "Father, snuggle me," and I'm like, ah. There's like litter on her paws, like crumbling down. I'm like, I like wash my hands off after snuggling the cat, but I do snuggle the cat first. Let's get that right. You know, I snuggle the shit out of that little darling girl. Oh my god, I almost lost my mind this morning because I couldn't find Sheriff. I don't know where Sheriff went. Couldn't find Sheriff. Couldn't find Sheriff. Now, in this household, a clean purge happened this weekend. So clothes were stuffed into bags unceremoniously to be carted off to Goodwill. I have so many bags for Goodwill. I have something like 12 bags of various clothes and doodads and items and whatnot. I think it's fine to just Vraska's this now, and we lose out on a little bit of opportunity for Dovins, but I think that that's totally fine. We have another tapped land anyways. So, like, there's not a lot of garbage for Sheriff to hide behind, and yet this little cat was just gone. And I started to freak out. I was, oh my god, Sheriff! Calling her sweet baby cat name out. Do I want to revitalize this and pull this back to hand? I'll revitalize it end of turn. See what our opponent does. Gives us room to moment. And I was so stressful. Oh my god. So stressed out. So then I found Sheriff. The little bastard. Sheriff. There's a sheet that was drying. So it's draped over. It's drying. And it touches the ground, but that's fine. The air just takes a little bit longer to get there. And she crawled into the bottom side of that draped, drying mattress cover. Again, what a little bastard. And so I was like looking everywhere, where are you? Sheriff, Dad's coming, Dad's gonna save you. And I try to like lift the sheet up, see if she's under there, but the sheet was heavy at the bottom. So I reach down to the outside and I feel, and there's a soft, squishy mass. And I pat the mass, and the little mass begins to purr. Freaked me out. God, I was just in agony this morning. I was a little bit late to going live because I thought my cat had like died. I thought my cat had just dropped dead somewhere. Little purring mass. I'm calling everything a bastard nowadays because I watch Korean dramas. Is there anyone Korean in chat who can answer some of my Korean language and culture idiosyncrasies that I don't understand? Is there anyone like who has lived in Korea or speaks Korean, embedded in Korean culture, someone of that nature who can help explain? Because I have a few questions. All right, your brother, he's asleep. He's like, Nick, listen. Wow. Dari got exiled with 3 counters. Oh my god. Look at this, it's Dargaz. Oh my gosh, this is great. Grey Whale says, can you suggest a K-drama for someone who's never watched one? I mean, I gotta be real with you. I think my favorite is the inimitable... Actually, shit. I really liked It's Okay, That's Love. That's still probably my... God, I never don't have it. That's still probably my all-time favorite Korean drama. It's Okay, That's Love. Wait, I had 4 mana open? I'm like... Getting into my Korean draw, I was not paying attention. Oh, we're about to get bing-bonged, huh? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Dariga reincarnated. Let's get you the hell out of here. Yep. Do you want to get free health? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that action. That seems so good. Yep. Let's do this on our turn because when it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have hexproof. Can blow it up. Alright, we're just gonna continue on as need be. I love it. It's okay, it's a very good show. It's a very good show. Mission briefings. So let's see here. We have 5 land, 9 lands. This makes us 10 land. This is perfect because we can Dovin's here. Beep. Oh yeah, the one that's being asked about in chat is no mission to Kaya. No. We couldn't do it. I think I actually do want 1 negate here, so I'll go ahead and leave that on the top. And let's get ourselves the Vraska's Contempt. Perfect. The Kaya's Wrath, the big problem with Kaya's Wrath is, oh yeah, it's over here. Darigaz says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if Darigaz is exiled with an egg counter on it, remove an egg. Then if Darigaz has no egg counters, return it to the battlefield. Fucking little play that guy is. Look at that. So if I use Kaya's Wrath, it'll be coming back. So that's why I'm going so ham on the Vraska's Contempts. Alright. First you don't succeed. Mission briefing again. Bad action. Like this. And then, here's the other one. Kaya then Moment the Egg. That is true. But I wish to exile. That's the kind of person I am. I actually could have carefully retapped my land to... you kidding the shit out of me, man? Alright, let's draw some cards. Ugh. And now Kaya's Moment is looking a lot like the play. This is a lot of chained phoenixes, man, let me tell you. There's 2 in the bin. 2. We cannot be real right now. Okay, I guess we're just Dovin's Acuitying, and then we're gonna Mortify to read Dovin's... Nah, I'm just too good at this game. That's really the problem. I mean, our opponent is getting nothing but Resurrectoroids, which is a word, and... oops, didn't keep my blue untapped again. That's fine. There's another Darigaz. Domri! God, I really wish I'd kept my blue mana up. You got another Darigaz? He is just staggering. John Darigaz. So if I Mr. Mastermind's acquisition, then what is it that your pal Day 9 wants? I think I just want... What do I even want in this damn deck? Ethereal Absolution's probably it. Ethereal Absolution's probably the right one. Let me just make sure I'm reading this card text. Exile with 3 egg counters on it? Nah. Let's see here. You know, Mass Manipulation does actually seem pretty good. Does this have haste? Yeah. So let's see if we can mind control some stuff. Let's mind control.
A little pick me up before the real fun begins.
There he goes. Roar! Ah! This is pretty cool, huh? I did it. Let's see here. I think I'm just gonna plus this. Games with this deck take like way too long. Shit. I might legitimately need to switch to my Gruul deck to start climbing again, man. Oh, that's a good climbing deck right there. I'll get a little water and a little coffee. What happens if you kill a zone Darigaz? It goes into exile and it would come back in the control of our opponent. That's ugh. That's kind of a weird hand. type of hand I'm not that sure about. I think we keep this because literally any land lets us activate Kaya's Wrath. Sassy has squashed his arena's been very free-to-play friendly with me. Yeah, I've been really kind of surprised at the free-to-playness of this. Uh-oh, it's a temple, Gordon. Garden. It's a temple, Gordon. Alright. This is why we main phased this, so we could get we get a tap land. Or a shock land, excuse me. Yeah, this concerns me. So we will need to... This is a Hinterland Harbor. So this could be Bant Nexus. Not Bant Nexus, because we're in best of one. This could be Bant... Flash. Bant Flash. Game Arcane says Arena is the great rebirth of MTG. God, it is really good. I'm playing this first to see if I can get another shock land out of this. And we cannot, but we do have an opt. And I will happily safely return these back to my hand. Take action. Could be like Bant Monsters. Yeah, I do want that, 100%. Funny thing is that, like, Magic has just kind of always done really amazingly. And then they release this puppy. Oh! I watch Ali Eldrazi. Oh! I think 2 for 1-ing this is a very important thing to just comfortably do. Lameo Modern in Arena. Dude, Modern is the weirdest format. Modern is so weird. Well, I mean, obviously I'm discounting Legacy and Vintage. But I mean, like, anything Modern Plus, I look at the deck and I'm just like, I don't even understand what this deck's supposed to do. I mean, it's like there's some of them, like Red Burn in Modern. I'm like, oh, you wish to shoot me. I get it. Like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Hey, I'm Tony. It's nice to meet you. Let's begin the game of Magic. Bam! 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 Like, I get the red deck. It's totally great. I get it, Tony. You tough. You a tough guy. But then there's other decks that are just like, oh, this exploits the fact that when this goes to the graveyard, it's as a result of a payment effect and not a stack effect. And I'm like, okay. Fucking Tony wants to fucking kill me. I think we're just gonna dove for a Dovin. Do we need to talk about these decks as Incognitus? You're right, Justin. We don't need to talk about this shit, man. I'm doing a Lantern Control, man. I don't think about it. It pops into my head and I go, no. My name's Day 9 and I have up a counterspell. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. It is me, Crazy Boy. Leonin says, pretty telling the most standard decks run 23 to 26 lands, and most modern decks run 19 lands. Well, that is, unless you are forgetting about Amulet Bloom, the deck that runs 29 lands. Each of which have some type of fascinating utility. All of which try to do some sort of, well, you know, Primeval Titan, when he comes in and he untaps and then he does this and then whatever you go. Oh. I mean, this like genuinely frightens me. This setup that we're looking at here. Like, I don't even want to Masterminds because I feel like I'm going to run into something with Fleash. Amulet Titan's a really cool deck. It's fucking weird, man. Resolve. Warrant and Warden. I'm trying to figure out what the heck this deck does. Amulet Titan is the most difficult modern deck to play. So many lines. Yeah, it's a weird ass, funk ass deck. So I guess there's no counter. I guess. All right. Our opponent doesn't appear to have a counter. So I don't really know what the point of this is. Meh. Some sort of bandful mid-range deck, something like this. Everything's tapping out. Thought Amulet Titan died with the Summer Bloom ban. It did not. It does not. Was Hive Mind banned? Is Hive Mind actually banned? Yeah. Oh shit! No, never mind. I'm the fucking king. Why would Hive Mind be banned? Hive Mind is legal. I don't think Hive Mind is in the current list. I remember they banned some of the key pieces to Amulet Bloom. Okay. Alright, so I want to get something from the side here. Probably Teferi. And then I wait a turn. No, we got it. If this gets Frilled Mystic, I'm just blown away. Alright, got it.
Sorry I'm late. We need to move quickly.
Create some Thopters. I want those two lands to untap again. They did good work for me. No problem. More than comfortable with this outcome. So it looks like just like a mid-range Bant Hero of Precinct 1 deck, huh? More than fine by me. And this was the super best pick. This is so good. I'm going to go ahead and leave everything up here. Bing bong. This is a real Esper Control deck. You run a Teferi. Whoa, the crazy boy. Unable to do much here.
Hurry!
We're going to target our own Dovins and just keep digging for valuable answers. Because we have so much removal. What we really need is to get something that is more useful as counter or defense for Teferi. Something like a mission briefing would be very good. got me. Well, the good news is that Teferi lives. Black and blue. Another Frilled Mystic? I guess that makes sense. Oh, it's an Absorb! Oh! Alright, so we have used 2 Mastermind's acquisitions, and we gotta be careful because this deck actually has a shitload of counters. It's kind of hilarious. Good news is our good old -1/-1s.
I really should have seen that coming.
I really should have seen that coming. Alright, let's play our good friend Dovin. Alright, seems like all's well. (28 to 21). So we need to clear the mines. That's our actual goal. And this is actually okay to do now. This gets countered. It's okay. We have 2 mission briefings in the deck. We have 2 mission briefings which can recast this. Got it. On drafting nowadays, I've just become so hopelessly, delightfully consumed by my love of standard. So I think that was actually all 4 Frilled Mystics. Nah, it's 3 of them. Oops, that's the wrong one. Have I said yet that I love Dovin's Acuity? Again, we have 2 mission briefings, which will be our saviors here. Maybe. It's actually an awfully good one to have. I think the loss condition here is if one of those 2 is a Hydroid Crisis, and that hurts a little bit. It does hurt us a little bit, but it also gives us a very clean opportunity against a tapped out player to slam down my ever favorite mission briefing. Yeah, Incognitus, are you a Modern player? You play Modern? You play some of those weird abstract things? Dude, let me tell you, I feel like Modern Magic is like a whole bunch of people trying to correct each other's work in algebraic topology. It's just like what I don't even understand what the point of this discussion is. It's just like so abstract and so insane to me. See if we can get the double mission briefing going. That'd be pretty. That'd be the nuts. Big action. Big action. Oh! Yeah, baby. Let's get some more blue mana down. There's the tapped one, and there's tapped. Just gonna have to discard a couple cards here. Let's make sure we do the right ones. Drowned Catacomb. Godless Shrine. Drowned Catacomb. Whew, that was close. That was close, close, close. Chemister's Insight, Re-Chemister's Insight. So the only thing that gotchas us is Frilled Mystic, yes. So we definitely do this first. We mission briefing. I mean, Mystic is it. Absorb is fine. So many Frilled Mystics have already come and gone. Feels really good. Oh, and I get another one. Let's just get the other Clear the Mind right now. I'm such a jerk. This is like the slowest game. Alright, what do you think the odds of our opponent having a Frilled Mystic are, huh? None. The answer is none.
I know. Hold that thought.
Hold that potato. I'm really just gonna go like triple Contempt. The most difficult thing I've ever tried to do is to clear the mind. Oh my god, this is... I mean, I think this is where Kai 17 is just like, fuck this game. And I think that's good. I think this is where we've really just... We have twisted the knife. We've twisted the screw. We have pounded the nail. We have ratcheted the... What's the wrench that ratchets? We've ratcheted it. We have turned the spoon. I don't know what that's called. Is it just called a ratchet? Alright, we got a pair of 1/1s. Socket wrench? Could be, could be. I don't know. I don't know things about mechanical engineering. Dexterathon just gifted 5 subs for a grand total of 11. Dexterathon. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Ooh. Take action. Take action. Hit him with some 5s. I love the 5. It's so good. Yeah. We're gonna have to discard some cards, but I think that's fine, man. Don't need it. Eventually, the entire deck is cards. Eventually, the entire deck is spells. All the land has been played. Kai's got 12 lands out. There's our Teferi. I mean, seriously, no, this is, yeah, no, it's... I think you're right. I think you're right. The Onan says, I swear, watching Day and I play this deck, I feel like I'm watching someone commit homicide with a rusty spoon. Yeah, no, it does kind of feel like what I'm doing is I'm, like, poking holes in someone with a fork, and then being like, yes, you will now bleed out over the course of many years. Discard the Swamp, the Drowned Catacomb, and the Opt. Hero. Le hero. The most difficult thing I've ever tried to do is to clear the mind. Yeah, no one rage quits against us. They just fatigue quit. I'm gonna go ahead and try to just... I'm gonna mortify this first. I think that's probably the most wise of all the options here, because then it's gonna be like, boom, Frilled Mystic, wow. Oh, look, it lived. Okay, let's just go ahead and... Yeah. Definitely want to get the 4th one down. Let me try to Kaya's Wrath real fast. Again, I'm expecting all these to get countered somehow. Yeah, there it is. I just don't really feel like I need to do this. So we've seen 1 absorb, 2 absorbs. Opponent has 10 cards left in the deck. We have 21. We have a Clear the Mind as well. We have a Teferi. Definitely gonna play a Dovin here. Now, interestingly, the fact that our opponent has a Hydroid Crazy Boy is actually harmful to Kai 17. This is such a long game. You know, I'm gonna make the argument. We're gonna play this till we lose. We're gonna play this till we lose. Of course, the stronger monster never changed. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we made a mistake. We should have waited for that to resolve, and then we should have cast it, because then we would have gotten the benefit of 4 Dovin procs. Maybe that's overkill. I mean, we're down to 45. Alright, well, I am up to 48, excuse me. You know, I think that here's where the real concession comes, right? So first what we do is we play that which I expect to be countered, right? I expect the Kai's Wrath to be like, I'm sorry, wah! Sometimes when you're mistaken, you just have to accept it. We're going to go ahead and play Teferi, the hero of Dominaria. We're going to go ahead and hit ourselves with the good old +1.
Let's skip to the good part.
Ooh, and Negate's a nice one. So our opponent doesn't have any more Frilled Mystics, so I think now is a safe time to clear the mind. Yeah, feels positive. Go ahead and just pass this turn. Alright, we got 31 cards left in the deck. The reason it's so small is because we have so many lands out. This seems good. Alright, cool. I mean, I feel like we're seeing how the Grand Canyon is formed, and the answer is erosion. X equals 6, can't be too careful with those Hydroid Crazies, right? It's like bringing extra gasoline to a gas fire. Go ahead and send that one out of here. That seems like a wise plan, alright. Does Deckmaster not show the number of cards in opponent's deck? Ask Game Arcane. You gotta hover, it's a little bit tricky. Right, X equals 1. Alright, you got me.
Now what?
Take action. Take action. Take action. Take action. Yeah, to find out the number of cards in graveyard, you have to, like, hover in this region. At least that's what I found to be the way to do it.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Alright, cool. Take action. Take action. Take action. Take action. We're gonna play this till we lose. We're gonna play this till we lose from here on out. You know, I'm just gonna untap these, and then I'm gonna discard this, and this, and this. How long has this game been going on? It's been going on for like 20 minutes, man. Ain't no lie, baby Kai 17. 3 cards left. Dude, I'm just gonna auto pass. There's no way. There's no way that Kai can actually do this. I'm sorry. Shift enter.
No more games.
We decked a bank control deck. Feels good.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
Alright. We have a fatigue deck is the term for this kind of deck. This is a fatigue deck. Because we're not exactly winning via mill. Our opponent has
This isn't a
Teferi.
fight you can win. I'm much more malleable than people think. Trust me, you'll thank me later. According to plan.
Oh my gosh. Excellent. We won 59-36. We beat the spread. How we're playing do we lose? I mean, that's a good bit of filth in there. How do you win if not through fatigue? We got a couple of win conditions in here, but largely it's a fatigue deck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We may have found a death. Sheriff, it's the little cat that frightened. Put that into the garbage can. Ooh, this is a real... Got a really bad set of cards here, Sheriff. Oh my god, is it afternoon snuggle time? Guys, our cat was listening into the match and realized we had some free time. Got a lot of nothing going on. She's like, well, if you're passing those turns, there's no reason you really have to do anything. Hey, Jolty. You purring? You a happy girl? Alright. Come on up, sweetie pie. Come on. Here. Come on. Come on. It's okay to come up. I will help you. Oh, this really sucks, doesn't it? Now we have almost no outs. Oh, goodbye. All right. It was a hit and run. Shot right by me. Sheriff, no, Sheriff. All right. So I think Beleg Joe, my friend, my dude, my person. We just enter this puppy tapped. We hope, we pray that will Kaya's wrath the game away. Dr. Sin with the 5-sub gift, and for a total of 5. 5s to you, Dr. Sin. I love this new 5, you know, this is so great. It is a good day to die. Mentor. Alright, so... Okay, let's see if we can do this. Let's see what Beleg Joe plays. Seems like an important thing to do. I kind of wanted a mission briefing to surveil my way into something valuable. Hi, Dr. Sin. Hey. Helps a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Farts. We did it. We got out of the game, everyone. We exited. Alright. What I'm just going to switch to my Big Dumb Gruul. This has been an extremely reliable deck for me. So I'm going to be playing some BO1s. God, this is a great one. This is a simple list. It's clean, it's clear. Hurts people. It's great. I mean, I'm just in the mood to climb. Export the Big Dumb Gruul.